So YouTube, I start to place my trusses. I take my gable truss and I stand it up and I nail a 2x4 to keep her level. And then I build my overhang from the second truss in over top. And I'm going to sheet that. And I'm going to build about 4 more trusses on it. And then I'm going to take my excavator and lift the whole chunk up and set it on my garage. So I build my garage trusses on the floor of the house because it's nice and level and easy to work with. So let's build a few trusses. Hey YouTube, it just keeps snowing on me. We got a day of ice rain and then snow, so I shovel off the deck really good and keep going. I didn't show you yesterday, but I managed to frame a couple of walls in front of the house and the big windows, and now I'm going to frame my stairway wall and my back wall today, hopefully. And I'm gonna tuck the camera away because you can see it's still snowing and I don't want to get my camera all wet, but I'll keep showing you as I go. It's pretty simple. We just frame them all up. I'll show you the trusses and the strapping. We got a big day planned for that. I got a couple of buddies coming over and we're gonna put the whole roof on a one shot. So guys, here's my stairway wall. I'm transitioning from 2x8 exterior wall. This is an interior wall. So it's going to be a 2x6 wall, and from here up it's going to be outside wall. So YouTube, it ain't snowing today. I'm putting my top board on top of all my walls, and those boards run across and lock the walls in, but I got to put my air barrier in there, which is the tie-back you see flopping here. So I cut my strips of tie-back, tack it down with a staple gun, and then I put my boards in. What I mean by locking the walls in, this board stops at the wall that I made, so the top board runs across so I nail it in. It kind of helps the wall stronger. finally stopped raining. And I built half a house on you. But anyways, we'll still pick it up. Gonna show you how to do this next step. So I got my wall framed up. This is my window. So you take a couple 3-inch nails, or 3 1/4, and your double header that runs down here, you drive a nail through the floor. And you don't hit the stud underneath because you want to see what's downstairs, because we got to put blocking in for point load. So these two boards carry the header, which is above the window. They run down. So in the floor joist space, you need to put 2 blocks of wood in there to continue the weight of this header, which is the truss load on top, onto the foundation. I'll show you downstairs. I know you can't see me very well in this great basement, but there's the nail. Hear them? Anyways, so that's our joist space that we got to put in our blocking and stuff. So we stick our blocking in. And then of course we got to run our weight down the wall, right? See how he's off a little bit there? I like to make things pretty neat. I put a board against the wall, and then I can stick in my actual carry boards down. Because I don't like it too tight, you know, for the insulation guy. He's got to put his hand into the back, and I want to make sure I can reach the back. And a 2x-cat 8 is pretty good to use. And it doesn't want to go back. Just give her a little tap. There we go. And we need to run 2 up and down. That gap is always a bugger to insulate, so I kind of cheat him out a little bit. And we fill it up. So now I got a nice gap, I can reach the back. I foamed that gap in there because nothing else can really get in there unless you want to like push insulation in. But the idea of insulation is if you compress it, you lose the R value. So taking your little putty knife or whatever and jamming it in a hole doesn't really make that place a warmer spot. So I just take a little bit of spray foam and I spray foam in there. After it's cured, I'll take my knife and I'll cut it nice and flush. And then I will put plastic on top of that to make it wonderful after I insulate it, of course. Which is down the road, a couple of trades. I still got to do the sheet metal, electrical, plumbing, bell telephone, security system, all that other junk, speaker system, whatever kind of crap you want to put in your house. But I'm a farmer boy, I just need hydro. Hey YouTube! So, I'm gonna build some walls in my house and I'm squaring off the walls to the outside wall. The best way for me to do it without measuring like a 3-4-5 method is a sheet of aspenite. Check that out, guys. You measure your wall, put the sheet of aspenite against the wall, you draw your line off it. Cannot mess it. So YouTube, very important in my house is when I do my hardwood floor, I want my lines to match my stairway and my hallway, okay? My hallway is like 12 feet long, and I don't want to see a board go from 0 to 1 inch because my house is slightly out of square. So, I never saw a square house in my day. This house, I'm actually 1/2 inch bigger on that wall to that wall. And I'm like 1 inch wider at the back than the front because of my check. I actually forgot to count the inch form boards of the concrete form boards, so it is my mistake. But, anyways, I'm gonna fix it with making my hallway off of that wall. So my measurement will be out. So on the span of my bathroom wall, I might be out, if I'm out 1 inch from end to end of the house on 12 feet divided by 4, I'm out 1/4 inch between there and there. Which isn't bad on a 12 foot because my house is 48 feet long. So everything's coming off of that wall this way. So for example, the closet in that room will be square off that wall. My hallway will be squared off that wall. And YouTube, I'm putting in backing on my walls. So when I put my wall up, I'll have something to nail my wall to. Put in my wood stove chimney. Cut a hole in the floor after I did my layout. And that's where I stick my pipe on down there. Pretty simple, guys. I cut a hole in the floor, 14.5 by 14.5, and then I put some 2x10 blocking, and I put some board inside of my joists because they're made with a little check, and nailed it in. Well, we got the old stove running, and we're feeding it whatever barn stuff there. Yes. I'm rebuilding my barn, so this year's shop heat is gutted barn material, and last year's shop heat was broken farm wagon. Anyways, we're gonna clear off some of my shop table. It's the best collection of stuff you've probably ever seen. And fire up the plasma cutter, and we're gonna make those steel posts for the basement in my new house. It's my favorite hammer. I split the handle, taped it up. It's getting tired. Look at that, YouTube. We got ourselves a snowstorm. Holy jumpins.
You want that?
So, YouTube, I built my house facing straight south. We're 11 o'clock. See my line of my window? It's almost perfect. So the good Lord sunshine's gonna shine in my house in the winter. 30 years being an insulator. And I forget to put plastic on the wall there. It's one of the steps you're supposed to do. So I got my Sawzall. I cut the 6 nails I put in there. I put the plastic in. I re-nailed it. So we're in the basement, YouTube, and we're just gonna put a beam in. It's the structure for the house. So we're gonna let it down. And it's going to make some noise. Isn't that impressive? And we're going to get in the right spot and jack it back up. There. Say when. Okay. Perfect.
Now you go.
Now you do do. What's up? And guys, this will be the end of my framing video. My next video, I'm going to show you how to put that Tyvek on the house. Basically, it's going to be a short video of me running around with a ladder and taka 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 with a staple gun and a roll of tape. Hey Lucy, look at the enjoyable, wonderful sunshine, guys. Isn't it wonderful? Hey Lucy, this is your new porch. This is Lucy's new porch. She's going to sleep on the new porch in the sunshine.